makes me itch to cause a stir.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Thankless job, this.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
May I'll treat myself to a
By your commander, is it?
Let me think on this a moment.
Always the same.
Just
How I like it.
What am I to do? Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily e'er since. I ne'er thought I'd see the day. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to show my appreciation.
And so the flighty noble is put back in his cage. I do wonder if it was truly for the best, but what's done is done.
Those garments had a marked effect. In short, you've done this city a service.
Always a fresh breeze blowing down here.
This is where I can remember
Let's take it easy today. Jesus, they're acting up. Well met.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost... hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Don't mind, please. Noise.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my
Are
performance.
you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act in.
'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide. You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curative... is my... If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide. They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to disappoint.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
Very well, I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to...
I see you recognize my worth. Arisen.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid. They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to disappoint.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid. They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall...
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing... when to use...
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Tis a pleasure to meet you. I dare say, I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of at least. Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands. How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number. Let us press on with our next objective. On to the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Onward. Our work is not yet done. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use. We ought to take a closer look. A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. We are under attack!
Genius. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Truly?
Well done.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. That was superb, Arisen. What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I have a feeling it will be worth the climb. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Look there! I espy another statue. I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. You have my protection. It seems to me we'll find some rare materials here. Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? At once, Master. Let us press on with our next objective. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make the Harp Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. One of us is being drenched! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. It is a grievous thing, losing a companion. I feel uneasy about continuing our journey with our numbers so depleted. Onward. Our work is not yet done. On to the nearest location. We were to make the Harp Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Would you mind coming over here? Are you coming, Master? Our path is here. Here we go again. We fight. To arms. Of course. Arisen! Are you alright? You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. Over here, if you please. I knew you would prevail, Master. Fight on, and victory shall be ours. One of us has been drenched! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Of their ilk must we defeat. Well done, Master. There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you. Let us press on with our next objective. On to the nearest location. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. Would you mind coming over here? It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. The Arisen decides our path. Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself. You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold. I'll go and open the chest. This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. Let us press on with our next objective. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Over here, if you please. Magic's granted an immense route. Bear in mind that the route will seek out women with unwavering resistance. Such single-mindedness makes our enemy. But not necessarily easier to counter. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell out to Really? Now? Open your eyes! This calls for a purity. So, might you not use their rage to our advantage? Lion. As a matter of fact, we could add a warrior to our ranks. What say you, Master? None are more suited for battling close quarters. I'll combine my magic with yours, so you might cast the spell more quickly. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice. Would you mind coming over here? We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. One of us has been drenched! It is this way. Over here, if you please. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep? I suppose we cannot expect sunshine to follow us wherever we journey. Grumbling isn't like to improve our situation, you know.
We meet again, Arisen. I knew we'd not be long apart. A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Buy a little something, won't you? Many thanks, sir.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin. Follow me, if you would. I'll gather this. It might be of use. Would you mind coming over here? Frey, follow me. This way, Master. Over here, if you please.
Got to find out what this town needs and sell it.
Very well. I shall return.
Don't feel safe here.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
One can see far to the distance from here. Would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings. Right you are. Would you mind coming over here? Follow me, if you would. Caught you! You'll be all right now. Over here, if you please.
Ah! Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Pray, follow me. "'Tis this way."
Giving me an achy back. Might I interest you in my humble... Yes. Much obliged, sir.
We have reached out.
Oh! You've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to a small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor... I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Follow me, if you would.
Of course. I was telling you aught I know of the sea's peril, of the brine. And you'd know that if you hadn't fallen asleep the moment I'd begun. Now, 'tis common knowledge that the brine halt any ships seeking to venture into open, as if to say, there's naught out there. But does that not strike you as rather miserly? Even if we are to believe that there's naught across the sea, why must we be kept to our... I should like to confirm for myself if there's truly naught to be found. An old man with naught, sailing out into a sea of naught, and dying for naught. Where's the harm in that? When I said as much to the brine, a lie it may all seem, but 'tis the honest truth. I've beheld it all with my own eyes.
Let me get that.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard. Is this where I'm to draw my last? Consarn it!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. The Arisen has been sent! This should be abuse. I'll combine my magic with yours, you might cast a spell more quickly.
One might call.
I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day. I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day.
I shall do as you say. Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here. Let us proceed to the next location. Unless you've any objections arisen. I will plot our course from the nearest location. We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
To retreat, then.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment. Right you are. Well done! Arisen! Are you alright?
Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
Really? Now? 'Tis done. Well said. Onward. Our work is not yet done. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let...
You're not one of ours. Have you come to say... Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
I'll collect that. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
There's aught familiar about this place. Have we been here before? How very curious. I wonder what other secrets this place holds.
Our master has given it. It's an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey. A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it. Let us proceed to the next location. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. This sharp incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage.
Let us proceed with caution.
There, Master! Zorian!
Ice is our ally against such fiends.
Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your...
Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
By your command, Arisen.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves.
Keep your eyes peeled. Pray, follow me. Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Follow me, if you would. Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
This cavern is most past surveys revealed. Could there be a connecting tunnel? This place warrants further searching.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one. Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. Let us proceed to the next location. Unless you've any objections, Arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but have a feeling 'twill be worth the climb. Methinks I can make it over there. Might I be of assistance? Would you mind coming over here?
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word if you've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of it.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with Saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to... but mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Please, sir, do something.
Saurian's abound, Master. Be on your guard. We all there, Master! Saurian!
We have no need for exploiting our enemy's weakness. I've got him pinned. It will have a hard time spitting its fell fluid at us now.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold. Arisen! Are you alright? Our results are awaited. What say we make our report? Over here, if you please.
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you, thank you. We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to... I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
With this, the peril has passed. Still, perhaps we ought to visit the village again anon, just to be certain. I quite agree. Pray, follow me. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars. I quite agree. A fine place to hop. Harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed. Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here. Follow me, if you would. Tis this way. There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you. Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well. I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each. A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. Where the Saurians! Fire's fury shan't be obeyed against this foe.
I say it. We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Pray, follow me.
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb. I shall do as you say. poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Focus your strength, Arisen!
You hold the enemy's focus, and I should strike them down.
We are at our best when we combine our strength. Would you mind coming over here? This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find... purposeful. But in due time.
Are you coming, Master? Our path is here. Over here, if you please. This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. A curative ought to do the trick.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Poison in the nostrils.
Paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Truly? I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide. The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, it is rather high. It might be beyond our reach. A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. One of us has been poisoned! This should help. Tis a foe worthy of caution. Lord say our best. This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Pray, allow me to show you the way. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Goblins!
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. It was excellent. I could have done no better. Follow me, if you would.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Have you
business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed perchance?
Do come again. Welcome.
Tell is, Vermund was once the Beastren Kingdom. Truly? A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Can't wait for the new equipment.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We must rest, though the sun is still up. To this world I return, ready to put all I've learned to use. Good morrow, everyone. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day. A new perspective.
No one's coming to my rescue.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. I believe I can guide you to the person in question. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Here we are.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Causes conflict to plague the world. What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, that's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice. You have my support.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. I'm in fine fettle today. Got to focus. My head will blow if aught goes awry.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here? We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced. I quite agree.
When does my watch Let's be heading home.
We have arrived.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. What would we do without you? I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients. Of course.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind. Causes conflict to plague the world.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Time to be heading.
Oh. What does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Suppose I ought to be used to this by now.
How long this job, Arms, arms for the poor.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums. I quite agree. I suspect the lad's enthusiasm will go a long way toward his...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual generosity. I hope... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you? For many thanks. May fortune... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would... You see, one of the children we care for here at the gracious... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange... Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information. Right you are.
sir.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery. I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure?
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think. I fear I'll make for poor conversation.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
Take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Was I lacking in devotion?
Sounds too bright for these poor eyes. Sets my head.
I ought have enough for a few inches of spices.
It's a bit much for me. I'd best head home.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
You've got them right where you want them.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
From bad to worse.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Surely no fate more wretched than this.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
I'm well enough, thank you.
Have you need of me?
What am I supposed to do?
I only have to sleep.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Shall we report our results? Vaults, eh? Let us...
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed up. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste. I was told of the vaults, but ne'er did I dream that the gracious hand sat atop catacombs such as these. There may be monsters about. We'd best be on our guard. Oh, Malcolm, I pray you are unharmed.
I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
This should be of use.
Was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of...
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind. Right you are.
How are we to get through this door? Same foe again.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Over here! Come look!
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here.
This place is amazing. I knew I'd find something down here, but I never expected this.
Pray, follow me. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. Would you mind coming over here? Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master. Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
I wish I had someone to talk to.
Follow me, if you would. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Let me get that.
How many of their ilk must we defeat?
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
sure, somewhere to be.
I could do with a few more hours.
Got something for me?
What do you think? Does this suit me?
You'll have to excuse me. I have a job to attend to.
It's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier. I'd sooner stay out of the battle where it
Oh, sir, if you please. Pray, excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot... Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns... You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
fancy a kip, but not at the expense of my duty.
I'm in fine fettle today. Then I shall remain by your side.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance. Do come again. Welcome.
Days last
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Burnworth. Much obliged. The solution eludes. Look, but I'm certain there is one.
It's been a hard day.
Stumps complaining. I hope I've not left aught undone.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers. Die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Might as well do. While you're here, eh? See no fine spirits?
Anyway. For dinner.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the Viv. To tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Look as long as you please.
Now take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
I suppose I'm tired. Quite the predicament. Oh.
Which sets me to thinking, this place.
Time was, you scarce saw any beastrons here in Vernworth, but that's changed in recent years. You'd think that'd be on account of immigration, but not so. See, a child born of both races always favours the beastron. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beastron parent. Oh, I suppose if we keep mixing, someday our kingdom...
Oh, you came, sir. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here? 'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you
Still looking? Well, you'll know her at a glance, I'm sure. She looks just like me, after all.
You seem well.
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
What's going on?
They're acting up.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Oh dear. I'm falling asleep.
My body's not forgiving me for last night's scuffle. It's just another way to save your own skin. Juicy beasts.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
It's been a hard day.
I'm not leaving till you take it. So there.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg, however, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I've got to get home. I can't stay here.
Will he truly be all right?
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for... You wanted to ask me a favour this time? Or... So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fish. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay? Lead on. Let's go see.
By your command, Arisen.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
Dear me.
Anywhere better than the middle of the crowd.
Let them talk.
'Twas in the slums that I... Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be... I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather I only hope I've not forgotten any... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Treat myself to a tickle before bed.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Quite the predicament.
And I've more time than I know how to swim.
I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to...
The lands around Melve are rife with... 'Tis not only poison, the plant.
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of it. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come...
Quite the predicament.
Very well. I shall return.
Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? See, a friend of mine hath an empty house, but no use for it. And I wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. Well, you needn't decide this very much.
Will someone do aught about this?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes? Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in